Sleep training for babies' best methods and tips. New mothers have to adjust to their babies' irregular schedules. Once babies are a little older, they will not need to be fed as frequently and can sleep for long hours. This is when mothers can begin their kids' sleep training. Baby sleep training is the process of teaching the baby how to fall and stay asleep. Most of the baby's brain development happens when he is asleep, making adequate sleep essential for babies. You can start sleep training your baby when he turns 6 months old. Your baby's circadian rhythm or sleep pattern is also developing slowly, around 4 to 6 months, which shows that your baby is ready for sleep training. There are several methods that can be used in the process of sleep training your baby. Always pick the one that suits your baby's temperament and the needs of your family. There is no single approach that has proven to be successful for all. It is also advisable to discuss the method with your pediatrician before starting it. Here are a few baby sleep training methods that you can choose based on your baby's as well as your requirements. 1. Fading sleep training method. All you need to do is continue helping your baby fall asleep as usual. If you rock your baby, feed him, or sing him to sleep, continue doing the same. But gradually reduce the timing until you do it for less than a couple of minutes. 2. Cry it out loud method. This method may be hard for a lot of parents as well as the baby, which is why many parents deter from using it. However, some mothers have found it useful. When your baby is drowsy, place him in the crib, and if he cries, comfort him without picking him up. Walk out of the room and allow your baby to self-soothe. He will eventually cry for a shorter duration of time and learn to fall asleep on his own. 3. No tears method. This method involves comforting the baby each time he cries. To use this method, you will need to establish a schedule and stick to it. Only respond and comfort when your baby is crying and awake. 4. The Ferberizing Method. This method associated certain events with sleep time, like rocking or bathing. After this, you can place the baby in the crib, say goodnight, and walk out. If your baby cries, you can walk in after an interval of 5 or 10 minutes to console your baby. Console him for a minute or two and walk out again. If he cries, you can check on him again, each time, after a slightly longer interval, 10 to 15 minutes. Continue this until your baby falls asleep on his own. 5. The chair method. You simply have to place a chair next to his crib and sit in it until he falls asleep. Every subsequent night, you will need to move the chair further away from the crib until you are at the door and finally don't need to be in the room at all. 6. Pick up and put down method. The idea is to pick the baby up from the crib when he is fussy and cries during bedtime. Comfort him until he's calm and ready to get back into the crib. How long does sleep training take? The time it takes to sleep train each baby is different as it depends on the temperament of the baby. Most methods of sleep training will at least take a week to implement effectively with consistent practice. Tips for sleep training your child. Not all methods work the same way for all babies. Here are some tips and measures that you can use to help facilitate your baby to sleep train. Comfort your baby without touching him. Make sure your baby is comfortable in the crib. Choose a technique that you are comfortable with. Swaddle your baby. Create a routine. Try soothing activities like music reading. Be aware that there will be setbacks. Have patience. Check on your baby if he cries for long stretches. Ensure that the temperature and the lighting in the room are right. Although not a necessity, Sleep training methods can help your baby to learn to sleep on his own and also give you that much-needed respite in the night. However, it is important to understand that every baby is different and responds differently to the methods. Do not compare your baby's progress with others. In case your baby goes for a long time without sleeping in the night, you may need to reach out to a pediatrician to rule out any underlying conditions. Use the magic link in the first comment to get the best products for your baby.